You wake up in darkness. Not the kind you get when you close your eyes, not the kind you get when the lights go out. This is absolute. Final. A blackness so thick even light itself can't escape. Congratulations. You've just collapsed under your own weight. You've become the universe's hungriest corpse, a black hole. Not long ago you were a star, a giant. You burned hydrogen, fused heavier and heavier elements, and shone brighter than millions of candles. Whole solar systems orbited you. Planets basked in your glow. For a while you mattered. But stars don't get to live forever. When your core ran out of fuel, gravity won. Everything inside you caved in. You expected to go out with a bang, maybe a spectacular supernova, throwing your guts across the galaxy. At least then you'd leave behind a legacy. Gas clouds, new stars, maybe even planets. Instead, your mass betrayed you. You were too heavy, too bloated. Your collapse didn't stop. You didn't just die. You folded into yourself until nothing could get back out. No light, no heat, no farewell fireworks. Just silence. You didn't go out in glory. You disappeared into invisibility. Already sucks, doesn't it? Now that you're a black hole, what are you? Not an object, not a star. You're an event horizon, a line in space where the rules stop working. Cross it, and nothing ever comes back. You can't look in a mirror. You don't even have a surface. You're just a void, a dent in space-time. And worse, you're lonely. The galaxy is full of stars shining, gas clouds glowing, planets orbiting. Meanwhile, you sit in silence, invisible, hoping something wanders too close. You used to be beautiful. Now you're the cosmic equivalent of an open manhole cover. Dangerous, unseen, waiting for someone to fall in. The first time you eat, it feels good. A nearby star drifts too close, its outer layers stretching toward you like taffy. You tear it apart, ripping it into glowing gas that swirls into an accretion disk around your mouth. It burns hotter than millions of ovens. You glow again, brighter than before. You feel alive. But here's the catch. That meal doesn't satisfy you. It makes you hungrier. Each star, each gas cloud, each unlucky planet that stumbles into your gravity only deepens your craving. You've become the universe's worst addict, and your digestion is pathetic. Only about 40% of what you eat actually becomes part of you. The other 60% gets spat back into space as raw energy. Imagine shoveling food into your mouth and losing more calories than you gain, while somehow still getting fatter. That's your existence. The more you eat, the more you want. And the bigger you grow, the harder it is to stop. Other stars avoid you. Planets veer away. Even gas clouds get nervous. Your reputation is too strong. Literally. If something crosses too close, it's gone forever. Nobody wants to hang around. But eventually, another black hole drifts into your neighborhood. A chance at companionship? Not really. Black holes don't date. You circle each other for millions of years, locked in a slow dance. Your orbits tighten. The galaxy itself ripples with gravitational waves, the fabric of space-time stretching and squeezing like a drum. Then, at last, you collide. For a few seconds, you outshine every star in the universe. But the result? You're no longer you. You've lost yourself completely, swallowed by a bigger, blander identity. You don't get to be a pair. You don't get a friendship. You become one. Again invisible. Again alone. So much for companionship. Keep eating and merging, and maybe you'll hit the jackpot. Intermediate mass. That's hundreds or thousands of suns worth of weight. Sounds impressive, right? Not really. You're too big to hang out with the little stellar mass black holes. They look at you like a bully. You're too small to matter to the supermassives at galactic centers. They're the real celebrities, with whole galaxies feeding them streams of gas. You're stuck in the middle, not admired, not feared, just awkward. Too heavy to ignore, too weak to be important. A cosmic middle child drifting through space, with nobody to care either way. One day your galaxy collides with another. Chaos reigns. Stars fling around like bowling pins. Gas clouds stretch into rivers of fire. And you get caught in a gravitational tug-of-war. The bigger black holes at the centers of the galaxies don't need you. You're dead weight, so they kick you out. You're flung across the void at ridiculous speeds, exiled into intergalactic space. And now the true punishment begins. Out here, there's nothing. No stars to eat. No gas to swallow, no companions to orbit. You're enormous, unstoppable, and completely useless. A king with no kingdom, a predator with no prey. You drift for billions of years, hungrier and hungrier. But space is empty, and emptiness doesn't feed you. At first, you imagine salvation. Maybe a stray star will wander into the void. Maybe a galaxy fragment will stumble your way. But it never does. The universe expands, galaxies drift farther apart, and you drift with them, more isolated every day. You start to realize the cruelest truth. Your curse isn't just hunger, it's futility. You were made to eat, but now there's nothing left. You're a fisherman on a dry ocean, a predator in a world without prey. And then you notice something new. You're shrinking, hawking radiation. You never worried about it before. Just a trickle of energy leaking from your event horizon, too tiny to matter. But now, with nothing left to eat, it's the only thing happening. You evaporate, atom by atom, particle by particle. At first it's imperceptible, but trillions of years later, it adds up. You're wasting away. Stars are still being born somewhere else. New galaxies are shining. Life might even exist in corners of the universe you'll never see. And you? You're fading into nothing, watching eternity pass you by, powerless to stop it. This is the worst part, not the collapse, not the loneliness, not even the hunger. It's knowing you don't matter anymore. The universe goes on and you vanish like a typo. After eons beyond counting, you're nearly gone. Your mass has dwindled to almost nothing. Then, in a final blaze, you release everything at once. A flash brighter than a billion suns. For a moment, you're magnificent again. But no one is there to see it. No stars nearby. No planets watching. No civilizations left. Your finale is unobserved, unrecorded, meaningless. And then you're gone. Why does it suck to be a black hole? Because you never asked for it. You were a star who wanted to die with dignity. Instead, you became a cosmic addict, cursed with eternal hunger, eternal invisibility, eternal loneliness. You grew and merged and wandered, only to be exiled into nothing. You starved, you shrank, and you vanished. And in the end, the cruelest truth of all, nobody remembers you were ever here.